Well, good news, everybody, or at least semi-good news. A little tiny victory for Britain. We have the first flight to Rwanda confirmed. The date has been set. 14th of June. We're going to have the first flight going from here. Again, I was not surprised it's going to take this much time, not just because of the rebellion from the activist lawyers who tried to block it, but also Home Office bureaucracy. Of course, it's going to take time. Now, the problem here is that those who keep claiming that this policy is like a miracle worker, is going to basically stop everything. No. It's part of the plan. It should be part of the plan. And actually, to be fair, credit to Pretty for once. She came out for the first time and actually clarified what she means by this Rwanda scheme. She came out and said that our world-leading partnership with Rwanda is a key part of our strategy to overhaul the broken asylum system and break the evil people, smugglers, business model. I agree, but we're still waiting to see more, Pretty. We're still waiting to get more action from the Home Office, because as much as we've been criticizing Boris and Pretty and praising them when they do good things, the end goal matters. Are we actually going to take back control of our borders or not? She continues by saying that today's announcement is another critical step towards delivering that partnership, and while we know attempts will now be made to frustrate the process and delay removals, I will not be deterred and remain fully committed to delivering what the British public expect. I need more robust language from Pretty like this, and also transparency. Now, today, Boris Johnson government came and said they're going to start doing regular press conferences, like what they did in the first lockdown in March 2020, on the issue of the cost of living crisis, to keep people kind of up to date with what's going on. Now, there's a problem with that, because what do you expect? Robert Peston and Beth Rigby asking economic questions? They're not going to ask proper questions, and politicians are not going to answer the real questions. But I've been saying this for Priti Patel and the Home Office. I've been saying that they need something like that. Regular updates, keep us up to date, and actually tell us. If Priti wants to use scapegoats, actually come and tell us who is to be blamed. But we have no idea who's to be blamed, really, the details of it. So, of course, we're going to go and target Priti as the Home Secretary. Now, the problem here is that Yvette Cooper, Yvette Cooper, who is the shadow Home Secretary, one of the outdated politicians, has come out to say that the Rwanda scheme isn't about deterring the criminal gangs or small boat crossings. It's about chasing headlines regardless of reality. First part of that sentence, true. And even the government, credit to the government for once, they never claimed that it is to completely stop the boats. It was to basically fix another problem, which is all the people who come via the small boats, where do we put them? How do we process them? It's to fix that problem when they arrive. So we are actually going to send them to Rwanda. And of course, by default, it will be a deterrent to an extent. A tiny percentage, it will stop some people from coming, some. But Yvette Cooper is lying. That, you guys expect it to be a deterrent. It's not a full deterrent. It's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be a tiny bit of deterrent, but it's supposed to be fixing a different problem. My issue is that I don't want to, I'm not going to be lectured by someone, Yvette Cooper and her husband, Ed Balls, who can't even raise a civilized and proper child. Their son was part of the gang that targeted Nadim Zahawi at a university yesterday, a couple of days ago, when Nadim Zahawi was at university speaking to students, and the mob, the left-wing mob, went to obviously oppose that lecture. Now, he himself was in this video. I'm going to show you the video. It was still civilized opposition, and actually Nadim Zahawi defended him, saying that free speech, well done, let him talk. But his friends were the ones who were like village idiots with torches. They were coming for Nadim Zahawi, and his security, he had to protect him and had to escort him out. Is this like civilized society that we're talking about, Yvette Cooper?
Say that you think it's okay. What? Okay, yeah, I do actually. Thank you very much. So, you say that you think it's important to bring parents into the conversations when it comes to trans issues in school, but
that was part of obviously the section where he was actually involved, and the problem here, fine, free speech, debate, and I'm actually pro that. Then the rest of that evening, what happened then is that his friends then decided to chase him off, Nadim Zahawi. We don't really want to do that. We don't want to deplatform like the American lefties do at university and on campuses. This is not really the big problem that we should be focusing on. And if I coupon at balls, maybe focus on that rather than try to actually lie to the public about a simple basic policy of Rwanda. There's more problems to deal with right now when it comes to border security than just one scheme. Now, let me know your thoughts. I'm going to come back in half an hour. On my Tousi, and we are the media.